At the Forum in Montreal, tonight's referee is Ron Hogarth, and the linesmen are Wayne Bonney and Pierre Champoux.
Kurt McLean will be in goal for the Canucks, looking for his first lifetime victory against the Canadians. Goals against average, 3.43. Patrick Roy, 6-1-1 lifetime against the Canucks. The best goals against average in the National Hockey League at 2.46. 20 wins, 12 losses, and 2 ties. Roy also has 3 shutouts this season.
The Canucks starting with Larry Onoff at center ice. McBain back in the Vancouver lineup is on right wing. Greg Adams at left wing. The defense is Reinhardt and Butcher. And LeBeau wins the opening face-off for Montreal. He's up front with Naslund and Courtnall. As Montreal sets up in their own zone, Ludwig back of the goal with the puck. He's on defense with Chelios. Ludwig passing up on the left wing. It's tipped at the center to Naslund. His pass steered away by Larry Onoff. Courtnall recovers the puck in the neutral zone for Montreal. Ran into Larry Onoff. Dumps the puck into the Canadian zone. Chelios taps it back out to center ice. 30 seconds gone. No score in the game. Butcher at his own line with the puck. Pass into the Montreal zone. Here's a break for Adams in the clear. He dekes. And Waugh tapped the puck off his stick. Greg Adams on a breakaway. Poke check by Patrick Waugh. Butcher moves up to keep the puck in to Adams in the right corner. Try to get it to McBain, who's tied up by LeBeau back of the Montreal goal. Puck slides to the corner. Chelios gets it there. Still kept in Montreal territory. Now brought up by a speeding Rusty Courtnall at center. In over the Vancouver line, gets around Larry Onoff, cutting and centered it. It scores! It tipped into the net. Put in by LeBeau, and it's 1-0 Montreal.
Isn't that always the way? One team gets a great scoring chance at one end, doesn't finish it off. The other team comes right back up the ice and scores the goal. After Adams had a breakaway, Courtnall, who can really fly, just went right around Larry Onoff, centered in front, but McLean had already committed himself. He thought that Courtnall was going to take the shot. He came way out, and then when Courtnall just threw it in front, there was nobody in the Vancouver goal. Nordmark tried to play goaltender. Actually, Lipster tried to play goaltender, and LeBeau rammed it home. So the Canadians make it 1-0 very early in the hockey game. 59 seconds, and the Canadians score the first goal.
Puck sort of bounced into that open side strangely, but it's in that net, and the Canadians score 59 seconds into the game. And rookie Stéphane LeBeau, who had a great year last year in the American League, gets his 13th goal of the year. And just prior to that, a big play by Patrick Waugh to poke check Greg Adams. Courtnall certainly setting up the goal. And Montreal has the 1-0 lead. Play in the neutral zone. Lemieux puts the puck off the boards. It's taken by Melnick, who's on defense with Lidster. Up front, it's Linden, Quinn, and the left winger's Petri Skriko. Through the middle comes Linden, moving in on the defense. Moves in on Svoboda, who makes him turn with the puck. It's passed, but tipped away by Carbonneau. Carbonneau drops it off to McPhee on the right wing to Claude Lemieux. His pass intercepted by Skriko. Skriko's pass bouncing off Carbonneau's skate. Back to Jyrki Lumi. The young Finnish defenseman puts the puck to center ice. 1 minute and 40 seconds gone. First period, Montreal leads 1-0. Skriko on the left wing. Had the puck bounce away from him. Now he passes near the Montreal goal out of the air. And it's now brought up by the Canadians. On the right wing, it's Lemieux. Left wing pass to McPhee coming down the middle. A drop pass to Carbonneau for Lemieux. And he just missed the pass coming in on the right wing. Carbonneau's pass deflects to McPhee. Dumps the puck into the corner in the Vancouver zone.
Well, you never have to worry about speed when you're here at the Forum because Montreal has lots of it. They can really skate.
Now Kevin Guy for Vancouver shoots the puck into the Montreal zone. Bounces back a minute into the corner to Lefebvre. Lefebvre putting it up along the boards, but he's tied up by Rob Murphy. Now it's Ronnie Stern back at the Montreal goal, coming in front, and snapped it through the crease wide, going for the far corner with a wraparound. Corson back for Montreal to Richer, centering the puck. Oh, Skrudlin just missed the pass in front. Now a score by Corson as Kurt McLean was caught out of position. Corson makes it 2-0 Montreal.
Oh, that's a real tough break right there. Kurt McLean off to a very slow start. He made a poor choice on Montreal's first goal. This is a very innocent play. Corson just throwing it to the net. But McLean had overcommitted himself to his right side, and as he started to slide back in, he wasn't comfortable. He wasn't ready for the shot. I think it got him by surprise, went off his skate and in the net. Corson makes it 2-0 for Montreal.
And the time of the goal is 2:34. The Canadians jump into a 2-0 lead. That's the 24th goal of the year for Shane Corson. And he's missed the last couple of games with a shoulder injury. He's back in tonight. And Kirk McLean, who's played so well this season, is off to a shaky start tonight. As the Canadians clear the puck the length of the ice, icing's waved off. McLean comes out to play the puck for Reinhardt. Checked by Richer, who stole the puck. Threw it out in front. McLean makes the save. Richer scores! Richer on the rebound. And it's a 3-0 blitz.
Oh, blitz. Boy, I'll tell you it is. Montreal with a very fast start all over the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver having some difficulties in their own zone, running around a little bit. Richer from behind the net just put it right out to Corson. Butcher got a piece of that. Actually, it was Reinhardt, but then Richer, after centering the puck in front, came right back out in front himself. Went off Reinhardt's stick. He lost control. Richer on the wraparound. He's got the big reach. 36th goal of the season for Richer. Canadians are up 3-0.
Scoring at 59 seconds at 2:34, and now at 3:03, and Vancouver has called a timeout as Bob McCammon tries to cool things off. And I think he's doing a good job this year, too.
Yes, he is. He's doing an outstanding job. He's bringing this team around just at the right time. You know what I thought was a key game last week for Montreal is when they lost here 2-1 to the Boston Bruins, and then it was back-to-back, and they went back into the Garden, and they beat the Bruins 4-2.
Well, they're a competitive team, and they've added some toughness, too. They've called up Martinson from the American League, Steve Martinson, who's a scrappy, tough guy, although he won't be in the lineup tonight because the Canucks aren't a particularly physical team, and that's pretty obvious by the looks of that Montreal lineup going into this game.
Well, taking a look at Bob McCammon behind the Canucks bench, very vocal down there. He is not happy with this start. He was very disappointed with the team's performance last night in Quebec. He has to be equally disappointed here tonight as the Canadians have just bombed Vancouver the early going with 3 goals. And the Canucks are really behind the 8 ball right now.
Play in the Montreal zone. Courtnall plays the puck across to Ludwig. Out to center ice. Naslund shoots it into the Vancouver zone. Larionov tripped up Courtnall, got away with that. Canucks trying to come out of their own zone. Greg Adams with the puck. Adams had a breakaway with the game was scoreless, remember. Here he is in front of the net again, and picked off by Roy, who made a fine glove save.
Patrick Roy, boy, he might be the best goaltender in the league right now. With Grant Fuhr out with an injury, and Adams with his second good scoring chance. Larionov with a nice backhanded pass. And Adams, who drives to the net very well this year, 21 goals. Was looking for number 22 right there, only to have Patrick Roy make the save, and Greg Adams kind of shaking his head at the Vancouver bench. How did I miss that one? Well, you didn't miss it, Greg. You had it on net. Patrick Roy was just too fast and too good.
Adams still might be thinking back to the breakaway about 40 seconds into the game, and it was scoreless. Seconds later, LeBeau made it 1-0. Corson made it 2-0. Richer made it 3-0, and here they come again. In comes Lemieux. His pass bounces outside the Vancouver zone. Carbonneau at center with the puck. Moving to the Vancouver line, almost bumped into Lemieux, and the puck slides loose. Ludwig picked it up. Brought in by McPhee, big, strong left winger, having a solid season. Puts the puck around behind the Vancouver goal. A tip loose. Petri Skriko picks it up. Long pass picked up by Quinn. Coming in on Ludwig. Quinn's shot deflects off Ludwig high, and the puck goes into the crowd.
What a difference a year makes for Bob McCammon. Last year, he took his Canucks team to a playoff spot and then took the Calgary Flames, the eventual Stanley Cup champions, to 7 games in the playoffs, overtime to boot to see who was going to move on. Runner-up for the Jack Adams Trophy, won by Pat Burns, coach of the Montreal Canadiens. Right now, Bob McCammon has to be looking down that bench of his and saying, guys, come on, let's suck it up a little bit. We don't want to get blown out of the Montreal Forum, and right now, they're off to a very poor start.
So far, it's a St. Valentine's Day massacre, and it's 3-0 Montreal. Puck played to the Vancouver line. Richet's shot went high. McLean scoops the puck off the glass. Corson keeping it in with Lumie's help. Now to Richer, back of the Vancouver goal. Butcher checking him. The puck goes loose. It's dropped off for Corson, coming along the right wing boards to Skrudland in the corner. This is a good line for Montreal. Skrudland with Richer and Corson. Richer controlling the puck, passes across, a score! Shane Corson makes it 4-0 as the Canadians are up by 4 early.
Oh, this line has just been powerful. Richer to Corson, and bang, he snaps it home. Corson, his second goal of the game, his 25th of the season. Can you believe it? We have yet to play 5 minutes of the first period, and the Montreal Canadiens are up 4-0. A blistering shot by Corson. Corson was taken in the second player taken, but a first-round choice in '84 by the Canadiens. Big, strong center iceman with an excellent shot. And they're happy in Montreal right now.
His second of the game, his 25th of the season. Corson back in the lineup. He missed 2 with a slight shoulder separation. Richer made a fine pass as that line really clicked. And they're giving Skrudland a second assist on the goal.
And we'll take a break with the score. The Canadiens 4, the Canucks nothing. We'll have more hockey action in a moment. Steve Weeks was in goal for the Canucks last night in their 5-3 loss to the Nordiques. Behind the bench, it looks like maybe he might come in and replace Kurt McLean here. McLean has to really be unsettled right now, down 4-0.
Here's a loose puck in front of the Montreal goal with Waugh down, and the puck kicked off his pads, but referee Hogarth lost sight of it, so he stopped the play.
I think Steve Weeks is going to come into the game, and I think it could happen right now as Kurt McLean now is going to the bench, and Steve Weeks is going to replace McLean. Well, I can't remember the last time Kurt McLean has had such a rough start in any hockey game. As we told you at the top, he has never beaten the Montreal Canadiens. He had 4 previous starts. He's lost all 4. So Steve Weeks, who played very well on this road trip in Hartford, picked up the win there. Did not win last night, of course, in Quebec. 5 shots by the Canadiens, and they scored on 4 of those against Kurt McLean.
And McLean did look shaky on a couple of those Montreal goals in this 4-0 lead. Perhaps you could be somewhat critical on all 4. 4-0 Montreal in the first 4 minutes and 43 seconds of the game. Play now in Montreal territory. A pass by Capuano is tipped away, and the puck is rolled up on the right boards to Ewan. Took a bump on the boards from Sandlak, but the play is called. And Hogarth has indicated a penalty on Ewan. Steve Weeks comes in with a record of 3 wins, 10 losses, 3 ties, and an average of 3.83 as Ewan questions the elbowing call.
Well, we got the first penalty of the hockey game, and it goes against the Canadiens for that elbow call against Todd Ewan, a tough, hard-nosed winger for the Montreal Canadiens. So Vancouver will go on the power play, and their power play was not bad last night, 2 for 5 against the Nordiques. The Canucks need to get something going offensively now to get back in this one. Ewan just gave Sandlak the elbow in the side of the head after Sandlak had taken a pretty good run at Ewan.
So we have a power play opportunity for the Canucks, and a contestant on a power play contest, El Martin of 100 Mile House, with an entry from Hostess Chips at overweighty, $98 in the jackpot. Also means that $100 goes to the minor hockey program up there in the Caribou in the 100 Mile House area from Overweighty and Save On Foods. Canuck power play percentage is 19th in the league. Montreal leading 4-0. Very rare for the Canucks to get down like this early. They've had some good first periods all season long, and most of their games are close, but they're going to have to come from way back in this one, as the Canadians scored at 59 seconds at 2:34, 3:03, and 4:43. Vancouver starting out of their own zone. Reinhart with the puck. On the right for Greg Adams. Picked it up at the Canadiens' line. Ryan Walter just failed to dig it out along the boards, and it slides out to the neutral zone. Robert Nordmark back for the puck. He's on the point with Reinhart. The pass goes to Reinhart at the Montreal blue line. In the right corner for Larionov, but it's intercepted. The puck bounces outside the zone, brought to center by McPhee. Mike McPhee into the Vancouver zone, turning to kill more time in the penalty. Try to pass back, but it hit Larionov. Larionov coming out with Strico and Linden. Now they're changing on the fly as Linden moves to the Montreal line. Ran into Chelios, who stopped him easily, and the puck is cleared back into the Vancouver zone.
Chelios does that so well for Montreal. He'll stand up so firmly there right at the blue line, and he just dares you to try to stick handle by him.
Doug Lidster brings the puck in. Now to Linden. Flips a pass that's intercepted. Scooped into the corner to the left of Patrick Waugh. Puck is picked up now by Skriko, coming out of the right corner. Right point to Lidster. Left point to Guy. First time's a shot that deflects off a stick wide. Chelios takes the puck back of his goal. Checked off it there. Skriko gets the loose puck. Right point to Lidster. Left point to Guy. Shot well off the target. Puck bounces off the glass to McPhee. Takes it back of the goal. Picks a spot. Clears the puck down the ice. 6 seconds left in Ewan's penalty. Montreal's leading 4-0 early in the game. Lidster coming out for Vancouver. On the left of Skriko into the Canadian zone. A wrist shot. Waugh stopped it and covered up the puck just as the penalty expires.
Well, Skriko got lots on that wrist shot. And Vancouver with 2 or 3 pretty good scoring chances with the man advantage, but have yet to come up with their first goal of the game. Dan Quinn has really turned out to be a nice power play specialist for Vancouver. He has goals in 5 of his last 6 games. He's on a 7-point scoring streak. He's a nice little offensive hockey player. He's starting to prove his worth with the Canucks in the last little while.
Now Vancouver send out youngsters Ron Stern, who's from this area. He's from Saint-Agathe, Quebec. On right wing with Rob Murphy. He's from the Ottawa area, but has relatives here to watch him play tonight. He's at center ice. And veteran Steve Bozak at left wing with the defensive Butcher and Reinhardt. Strudlin takes the draw for Montreal. The Canadians get possession. The score 4-0 Canadians. Play in the neutral zone. The big line out there for Montreal again. Strudlin, Corson, and Richer. Puck is shot into Montreal territory. Lume goes it in the corner. Lost it there, and it's put behind the net by Bozak. Battle for it along the boards as Butcher bumps with Shane Corson. Puck in their skates along the boards. Still in play near the corner in the Montreal zone. Still in the skates along the boards as Hogarth says keep playing it. They continue to dig for the puck, and Svoboda comes up with it. Svoboda, who's 24 years of age today. He's got considerable NHL experience, but he's only 24. Remember, drafted as an 18-year-old. He's cross-checked now by Bozak, and there's going to be a Vancouver penalty when the Canucks get possession of this puck. Butcher does, and here comes the first Vancouver penalty of the game. Canadians scored 4 goals in 3 minutes and 42 seconds. The first one in the first minute of the game by LeBeau. After that, it was Corson, Richer, and then Corson again. Now they're on a power play. Svoboda carries to the Vancouver line. Lost it there to Skriko, slides it down the ice. Montreal's power play, surprisingly, is 21st and last in the league. And right now they have Richer bringing the puck out of his own zone. Passes for LeBeau, tipped away by Petri Skriko. That's the only concern in Montreal maybe right now is their power play. That's a major concern of the team. Now Richer steals the puck in the neutral zone, into the Vancouver zone. Sets up on the left board, passes to the left point to Svoboda. Over to Schneider, shot, scores! It's up through Weeks, and it's 5-0 Montreal.
Oh, what is happening? Everything that is on the net is going in the net. Montreal, a power play goal. Everything is working for the Canadians tonight. Schneider with a good low shot, and Steve Weeks got a piece of it, but it went right between his legs and in the goal. Looked like he had a pretty good view of it all the way. Right now, the Canuck goaltenders look very, very shaky. Kurt McLean let in 4 of 5 shots, and now Steve Weeks, I think maybe one of the first or second shots on him, and it goes in the net. Montreal a commanding 5-0 lead.
Rookie Max Schneider gets his second NHL goal. Both have come against the Vancouver Canucks. Got his first NHL marker here the last time Vancouver played in Montreal. And it was a 5-3 Canadian win that night at 9:08 of the first period. Schneider makes it 5-0. Svoboda and Richer get assists on the goal. So the Canadians are 1 for 1 in their power play. Now play in Vancouver territory. Puck controlled by Montreal's LeBeau out near the blue line. Hooked off the puck, and it's picked up at center by Larionov. Coming in on the left wing, moving towards the goal, passed it back. Adams shot high. Puck in front of the net, rolling. And McBean hammered at it, but it stayed out. Larionov gets a chance in the deep slot. Passes left point to Reinhardt. He shoots, and it's kicked aside by Waugh. Reinhardt from the corner. Now to McBean to Reinhardt. Try to get it back to McBean. It's steered away. A race for the puck. Naslund picked it up. He's got Courtnall with him. Courtnall after the pass, but Adams back checking, took the puck away. Kept onside by Chelios. Now Greg Adams deep in his own zone with the puck. Drops it off to Reinhardt. Up to Andrew McBean. Back in the Canuck lineup after missing 6. Adams coming in over the Montreal line. Now in front for Capuano, just failed to get a shot. 9.5 minutes left in the first period. 5-0 Montreal. In comes Todd Ewan, deep in the Vancouver zone, chased by Sandlak back of the net. Sandlak took him on the end boards. Puck is off. Butcher skate loose. Ewan picked it up. Ewan dumps it off in the end boards. Butcher kicked it up to his stick. Got it now to Sandlak, who just dumped it to the neutral zone. Back in the Montreal territory. Passed up to Gilchrist, coming in on the left. Brent Gilchrist into the Vancouver zone, drops it back to Ryan Walter. His pass intercepted, and Stan Smeal starts back for Vancouver. Gives the puck to Capuano. On the right to Sandlak, unloads the shot and deflects well off the target. Lindstrom moves up, can't reach it to keep it in. Back out at center ice. Larry Melnick from Saskatoon, the former New Westminster Bruin, dumps the puck into Montreal territory. Taken back of the net by rookie Sylvain Lefebvre. Now it's being brought out by Schneider on the right for Gilchrist. Makes a neat move around Bozak, but Bozak comes back to recover the puck to Rob Murphy. Over the Montreal line on the left, moving in on Schneider. Slowed him up, and Scruden's there to take the loose puck. Feeds it to Richer. Then out they come with a pass to Svoboda. Coming in on the left side, over the Vancouver line. The talented young Czech puts it into the slot. There's a good hit there by Stern on Scrudland, but the puck goes loose to Corson. Now to Richer. Corson gets the loose puck. Now to Scrudland. Richer right in, scores! Richer, and it's 6-0.
Oh, the Canadians are having a ball here tonight. Boy, this is when it's fun for the team that is scoring the goals, and the Canadians are certainly scoring them tonight. They're going to set a record for the most goals against a Canuck team in one period. That's the second of the night for Richer. Great goal scorer, has the excellent shot. He just snapped it right by Steve Weeks. He was out about 10 feet in the slot. 2 Canuck players around him, but nobody putting a check on him. You can't let this guy shoot the puck. He's deadly.
37 on the year now for Stéphane Richer. And at the time of the goal is 11:56. Scrudland getting the assist to set it up. Corson may also be in on the play. That line clicks once again, and they're having a field day. Corson also assists on the goal. Play now in the Montreal zone. 6-0 Canadians. An embarrassment for the Canucks in this opening period. A goaltending change, nothing has worked. Every time Montreal gets a scoring chance, it seems, the puck goes into the net. Play now in the Canadians' territory. Escrico try to get by Lume, and the two Finns bump together. The puck goes around to the opposite boards. Quinn slides it into the corner. Lume back for it, picks it up. Puts it on the boards. Guy knocked it down with his hand. Claude Lemieux trying to come up with the puck out of his skates. Flips it over to McPhee. Back at center to Carbonneau. Backhands the pass to Lemieux. Missed it off the board. Escrico gets possession.
Well, the Canadians have had 2 shots on Steve Weeks, and they've scored on both of them. And they had 5 shots on Kurt McLean, and they scored on 4 of those. So it looks like Canuck goaltenders can't stop a beach ball tonight.
Not a bad percentage. Scoring on all but 1 shot so far in the period. Play in the neutral zone as Butcher feeds it ahead for Greg Adams, who's been one of the few Canucks with some spark here in the opening period. Now the Canadians turn it over and come out quickly. Corson flying to center, in over the Vancouver line. Mishandled the puck, recovered it again. Plays it neatly to the left point to Ludwig. Passes into the left corner to Naslund. Butcher tied him up as the puck came in front. And a shot by LeBeau just went off the target. Now the puck cleared to center ice. Ludwig goes to the right boards at center. Larianov picks the puck away from him. Now it's fed up to McBain on the right wing. Moving in with Adams. Adams right in on goal. And the puck got away from him. He never got the shot. He's getting chances, but it's still 6-0. Lidster at the right point. Passes to McBain. Andrew McBain behind the net to Larianov. Adams is in front, hacking at the puck. It tipped loose, a backhander, they score! Larianov put it off the far post, and it's 6-1.
Well, this has been the Canucks' best line of the period. Adams has had so many chances, it's unbelievable. He had another great chance and another one in front. Larianov picking up the loose puck eventually scores on the backhand. Larianov started, though, with a nice little dump pass in front, picked up the loose puck, and then was able to hammer it home on the backhander, low along the ice to the far side. So the Canucks do get on the scoreboard as Larianov scores for Vancouver, and it's now 6-1. Well, the Canucks have given up 6 goals in this period. That is not a record against Vancouver. 7 in one period it is, and it's happened on 2 occasions, both by the Edmonton Oilers in 1983 and in 1985. Edmonton scored 7 goals against the Canucks in one period.
Now Melnick hooks Richer and got away with that, as Hogarth gave Melnick and the Canucks a bit of a break, but it's already 6-1 Montreal. That might have been a factor in his decision not to call a penalty. Smeal shooting wide. Puck rolled around to the left point to Melnick. Slapped the rolling puck that went off a leg to Schneider. Feeds it to Skrudland. Skrudland fights his way to center, gets it to Corson. Back to Skrudland as they really click. In over the Vancouver line. Skrudland took a bump from Smeal. The puck goes back at the net to Corson. Centering it. And it's tipped away by Capuano. To Sandlak. To Doug Lidster. Lidster got a second assist on Larionov's goal, although it looked like Greg Adams might have been in on the scoring play. It was Larionov from McBain and Lidster at 14:09 for the Canucks goal, after Montreal had scored the first 6. Ron Stern moving in on Schneider. Stern passing off to Rob Murphy. Shot. Wall got a piece of it, or it hit the post behind him and bounced to the corner. I think it hit the base of the goalpost. Guy shot just wide. Puck bouncing on the boards. Rob Murphy goes to it in the corner. Checked along the boards by the fave. Gilchrist comes in to get the puck. Puts it off the boards. Nordmark kept it in. It bounces strangely off the glass right in front of the Montreal goal, but it's cleared away, and up quickly to center comes Gilchrist. Moving in on Nordmark. Gilchrist dumped the puck in. Lemieux goes after it on the boards. Ran into Bozak. The puck goes loose. Ryan Walter digs it out. Ryan Walter coming around in front. Put it to the crease. Weeks had trouble with it, but he covered it up right on the goal line to stop the play.
This just happens to be one of those nights when it's a goaltender's nightmare, and that's what it has been for Kurt McLean, who started the game, and Steve Weeks, who was replacement.
All kinds of records being established in this period as another shot whistles just wide, just ticked off the outside of the post as Portnoy almost made it 7-1. The fastest 3 goals against the Canucks in a period, the fastest 4 goals against the Canucks in the period. All those records are being wiped out here tonight. Linden at center with the puck. Chased back to his own blue line. Watched there by Carbonneau, one of the best checkers in the game. Now to Skriko, shooting the puck in. Lume back after a bouncing puck. Bumped by Linden in the corner. The puck comes up to Courtnall. One of the Courtnall boys from Victoria. Now to Carbonneau, shoots the puck in. Weeks comes out of his goal to put it to the corner. Carbonneau picks it up there, flips it to Courtnall. Rusty Courtnall's wide pass right on the stick. Here's a pass in front, and McPhee just failed to tip it in front as he bumps with Butcher in front of the net. Now he goes right after Butcher as the play goes on. Butcher counters. Are they going to drop the gloves? Well, they don't really want to as they hesitate. The linesmen arrive. At least Bonnie got there early, and Butcher and McPhee will likely get minors.
Well, McPhee went very aggressively to the net. Butcher a little bit behind him. McPhee had gotten position on him earlier, almost deflected a shot by Steve Weeks there, and then Butcher gave him a pretty good shot from behind. McPhee took a little exception to that, went back and gave Butcher a little rub of his own, and then they kind of glared at each other and looked like they might drop the gloves and sticks and go at it, but that did not materialize.
3 minutes left in the opening period. Butcher and McPhee got minor penalties at 17 minutes. Now play in the neutral zone. McBain with the puck for Vancouver. His pass blocked. He goes after the loose puck, and the play is offside as Corson and McBain get their sticks up.
Well, I'm just wondering if Greg Adams had scored on that breakaway in the first minute of the game, maybe things might have been a little different. I don't know. Probably not. But then the Canadians went right up the ice, and LeBeau scored 59 seconds into the game, and that started it all. It was LeBeau, Corson, Richer, Corson again, Schneider, Richer again. And then finally Larionov has put the Canucks on the scoreboard. A 6-1 hockey game with 2 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first period.
The Canadians have had 10 shots on goal now in the period, scored in 6 of their first 7 shots. The Canucks have had 9 shots on Patrick Waugh. Skrudland, who was not drafted, had a fine junior career in Saskatoon. Some scouts said he was too slow, so they didn't draft him. Montreal signed him as a free agent, and he's a winner. He worked his way up through the Montreal farm system as a leader in the minors, and now he's a leader in the National League. And here comes Richer with another chance. Weeks came out to make the save, and the puck goes loose. Poked just wide. Oh, are they fighting that puck? Weeks made a good save, then lost control of the puck as Richer was going for the hat trick. Now he gets the puck in the corner. Lidster pinning him along the boards. Melnick gets the loose puck. Dumps it in the corner to McBain. McBain turning deep in his own zone. And the crowd chanting Richer, want him to get the hat trick. Corson and Richer have had 2 goals in the period. Richer, a favorite here, and why not? Comes to the Vancouver line, failed to stick handle through 3 Canucks, and Larionov dumped the puck out. Back for it is Chelios. Chris Chelios, left side at center, to the Vancouver line. Moving in on Guy. Guy trying to tie him up in the corner. Lemieux goes after the puck. Battling there with Robert Nordmark. Puck is passed to Ryan Walter. Smeal checked him. Canadians keep possession in the Vancouver zone. Ryan Walter with room to move. Shot, deflects out of the net, and Weeks covered up the puck and grabbed it.
Oh, that was a close call, too, as Lemieux deflected that low shot by Ryan Walter, and it changed directions, and it was heading for the 5-hole. That time, Weeks had the pads together, and it's a good thing that he did, because that could have been the 7th goal for the Canadians. What a period of hockey Stéphane Richer is having. The NHL record for most points in one period is 6, held by Brian Pache. And Richer has 5 points, 2 goals and 3 assists in this opening 20 minutes. He's having a period, a lot of guys, it's a career. 5 points in 1 period. Awesome.
Little delay while Steve Weeks gets some repair work done with the help of linesman Bonnie. Now the face-off to Weeks' right between Capuano and Walter. Ryan Walters missed some hockey recently with injuries. This hard-working Burnaby boys back in the Montreal lineup tonight. Puck brought to center by Capuano. Ryan into Walters. Puck goes loose to Stan Smeal. And now they're offside at the Montreal blue line with a minute left in the period.
Jim Sandlak played a very good game in Boston. It was his first game back after a slightly separated shoulder. Turned out to be the winning goal Sandlak scored against the Boston Bruins. Of course, they need that big guy going. They moved him over to the left wing now. They think the coaches feel that he just might score more over on that side. That remains to be seen. Sandlak is the kind of guy he can put 2 or 3 games together where he looks like you say, boy, this guy has arrived, and then he goes kind of into a fog a little bit, and you wonder if he's ever going to be the kind of player the Canucks thought he was going to be when they drafted him in the 1st round.
Sandlak with the puck. He's on a line with Capuano and Smeal as the puck is shot in the Montreal zone. Smeal into the corner after it, bumping with Lefebvre. The puck goes loose. Smeal picks it up, comes out in front, knocked down in the crease. The puck goes loose. There's a fight going on now. It's Lemieux and Sandlak. They had something going a moment ago. Now they're in close quarters trying to throw punches. Sandlak getting in some right hands with Claude Lemieux in the Montreal zone.
Claude Lemieux doesn't look like he really wants to go with Sandlak. He's staying very close to Jim. Now he's trying to haul him to the ice, and he's successful in doing that. And Lemieux now finally on top, but Sandlak looked like he was certainly more aggressive in the fight than Lemieux. Sandlak landing 2 or 3 punches at close quarters. Then Lemieux, a big, strong guy, was successful in dumping Sandlak down and then on top, and of course then the linesmen Jampu and Bonnie very quickly to intercede.
Sandlak and Lemieux got started with their sticks up at the side of the Montreal goal.
To the Canadians, number 32, Gould and Lemieux, 2 minutes each for roughing and 5 minutes.
7 minutes each for Sandlak and Lemieux. They get 2 for roughing and 5 for fighting. So they'll be out for the next 7 minutes and on into the second period. Canadians controlling in their own zone. Ludwig with the puck. Up on the left wing for McPhee. Butcher bumped him down, and they've got something going. As the long pass comes up to Gilchrist, checked at the Vancouver line. McPhee's going after Butcher after he passed off the puck, but nothing comes of that. But there's something might develop before this one's over. Play in the neutral zone. McPhee takes what's called a 2-line pass. Mike McPhee's a big, strong left winger.
Boy, he really is. In fact, the Canadians have big wingers. Little Matt Snaslin, he brings their average weight down, and Rusty Courtnall, another small guy. But after that, the Canadians can line up with anybody in the league when it comes to size, but they can all skate. That is maybe the difference that separates the Canadians from most teams.
McPhee is a good skater, especially for a man his size. He's very mobile. Montreal have 4 extra players on the roster not dressed. Injured are Bobby Smith and Mike Keane, and 2 extra players who took the pregame skate, Steve Martinson and Eric Desjardins, and then were scratched. The Canucks have 8 extra players on their roster. Brian Bradley and Darryl Stanley are injured, and the other 6 not dressed, and of course Sutter suspended, and we have a little mix-up at the end of the period as McPhee was looking for Butcher again. Now Ewan wants Butcher. We might have an outbreak here at the end. Now Stern takes a rap at Ewan. We might have a fight here at the end of the period.
Well, Kurt McLean is back in goal now for the Vancouver Canucks. So he started the game, replaced by Steve Weeks in the first period. Now he's back to start the second period. Canadians leading 6-1. Richer, 2 goals and 3 assists in the first period. Corson also had a pair of goals for Montreal.
There are the goals by LeBeau and Schneider. The Vancouver goal by Igor Larionov. 4 of the goals were scored on Kurt McLean, who left after 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Steve Weeks gave up the next 2 goals and the next 2 shots. And McLean is back in the net to our right as the play goes into the Vancouver zone. Here's Courtnall getting in close. LeBeau shot and tipped away by McLean. As Courtnall and LeBeau flying in there almost made it 7. Teams at equal strength and at full strength. The puck loose in front of the Vancouver net. McLean scoops it to the boards. It came back to him. It's in skates at the side of the Vancouver goal. Butcher comes up with the puck, slides it on the boards to McBain. His back pass intercepted. Now Courtnall controls at center ice. Let's all chip in and get Rusty a haircut. Look at all the hair flying out of that helmet. Wait till Mum phones from Victoria. It says, Rusty, get a haircut. Svoboda backing up in his own zone with the puck. Now to Skrudland. Lost the puck to Larionov into the Montreal zone. Drops it for Linden, but it's broken up inside the line. Richer getting the puck. The Montreal team record for points in a single game is held by 2 great ones, the Rocket and Bert Olmsted. So Richer will be going after that tonight. He has 5 points thus far, ace the club record. The league record is 10, held by Darryl Sickler. Play now in Vancouver territory as Lidster starts out, plays it at center now to Linden. Moving in with a pass on the left to Skriko. His shot stopped on the short side by Patrick Waugh. Making his 8th straight start in goal for Montreal. Quinn from back of the Canadiens' goal. Dropped off a pass for Boda. Picked it off back of the net. On the right boards for Richer. Tapped it up to Skrudland. Coming to center ice. Gives the puck to Corson. Going for his 3rd goal. Poke checked and the puck comes to the neutral zone. Skrudland waits for Richer to get onside. Slides the puck in. Lidster and Melnick, the Vancouver defense, starting out as Melnick passes up for Skriko. Missing him with a pass. And the Canadians organized back in their own zone. They have Skrudland, or rather Svoboda, and Lume on defense. As Walter comes in with Carbonneau and McPhee. McPhee cutting in on goal. Back of the net. Score by Carbonneau. Carbonneau makes it 7-1, and it was an easy goal.
Oh, McPhee with some real strong skating with the puck, fighting off the Canucks defenseman, going around behind the Vancouver goal. And there was Guy Carbonneau. No forward, no defenseman picking it up. A one-handed shovel pass to Carbonneau. Melnick slow to get over, but there should be a winger there also helping out. But McPhee showing his strength, and with one hand just put it in front to Carbonneau, and he hammered it home. Canadians lead 7-1.
The 14th goal of the season for Guy Carbonneau, who's always a candidate for the Selke Trophy for his fine defensive play. 7-1 Montreal. The time of that goal is 2:13 of the second period. Play in front of the Montreal goal. Puck is scooped away to the blue line and out. Backboard is Robert Nordmark. Back at his own line. Passing up on the right wing to McBain. Now it's brought in by Murphy. Ryan Walter also got an assist on that last Montreal goal. So the line mates combined. Carbonneau from McPhee and Walter. Chance in front for Bozak. Didn't get a shot through the defense. And the Canadians start back. Carbonneau at center. Moving into the Vancouver zone. Drops it back to Ryan Walter. Threw it out in front. And Carbonneau knocked down by Guy. Just failing to get the shot on the net. Puck along the boards in the Vancouver zone. Now cleared into Canadians territory. Back after it is Matt Schneider. A rookie on the Montreal defense. In fact, the Canadians have 4 rookies in their lineup tonight. The Canucks have 3. Of course, one of them is the experienced Igor Larionov. Schneider with a slap shot, and McLean had to be alert to stop that one. And the crowd gets on him a little bit as he makes the save. And McLean has had an excellent season. Played very well the last 2 years for Vancouver. Can't remember a performance like this by Kurt McLean.
You can't fault him on that last goal by Carbonneau. I mean, right in front, wide open. He just had the goaltender at his mercy. Carbonneau, of course, a very experienced player, just hammered it home.
Butcher takes a shot that bounces wildly in front of the Montreal goal. Chelios batted it off to the side. Stan Smeel puts it back in the net. Waugh taps to the side. Capuano passing it to Sprico in the right corner. To Smeel on the inboard. Tries to get it around to the point, but it comes out to center ice. Reinhardt back to get the puck. Montreal 7, Vancouver 1, just past the 4-minute mark of the second period. Puck shot into Montreal territory. Chelios cuts in front of the net. Drops it off to Ludwig. Up on the right to Naslund. Now to Courtnall coming to center ice. Courtnall in over the Vancouver blue line and hops out of the reach of the glove hand of Mats Naslund. But he doesn't have a great reach. He's a little guy. He's been an excellent player since coming out of Sweden to the Montreal Canadiens. A loose puck in the Vancouver zone. Richer almost stole it, but Melnick brings the puck to center. On the left to McBain. Forced off the puck by Chelios. Now Doug Lidster slaps it in on the net. Waugh handled it easily. Big rebound. Chelios put it to the corner to Svoboda. Back to Chelios, back to the net. Shovels it into the corner to the right of Waugh. Came around to the boards. Melnick moves up to try and keep it in. But Svoboda brings it out. Pass up in the left wing to Corson, winding up to shoot. Just missed the net, going for the hat trick. And the puck bounces all the way back into the Montreal zone.
Oh, the Canucks being caught flat-footed quite a bit here in this hockey game. As Montreal, a fine skating team, Corson with a good shot.
And a hard blast by Richer from outside the blue line. McLean deflects wide. Richer with the puck again. Being held by Guy. They go back at the Vancouver goal. Puck flipped up in the air. Nordmark tried to knock it down. It's still in skates along the boards near the corner. Richer gets control of it. Kevin Guy bumped him off the puck. Corson goes to it on the left boards. Put it back into the traffic in the corner. Strudland, who's strong along the boards, winds up with the puck, loses it to Lariana. Slides it up to Trevor Linden at center. To the Montreal line. Trying to get by Svoboda, who knocked him down. And there'll be a penalty to Peter Svoboda of Montreal.
Linden trying to put the puck to one side and go the other. Seemed to have position on Svoboda. Close call. I don't know if that was holding or not. But Svoboda's in the penalty box. The Canucks are on the power play for the second time.
Robert Nordmark with the puck. On the right boards to Dan Quinn. Had great success on the power play, cutting towards the goal, puts it back in the net for Sprico, tipped away by Ludwig, who's very strong. Puck still loose at the side of the Montreal goal. It's still in skates, and Ludwig and Waugh cover it up. Well, we have a contestant on our power play contest. It's W. McConnell of Richmond with an entry from Lipton Chicken Soup from Save On Foods, $108 in the jackpot.
Well, our good friends at Lumberland have donated $50 for the Canuck goal scored by Larry Anoff in the first period. We want to thank Lumberland for their generous donations for each and every goal the Canucks score this year. Vancouver down by 6 right now. Need one desperately here on the power play.
Canadians win the draw in their own zone. Chelios knocked down along the boards. The puck came to Reinhardt at the left point. Scoops it into the corner. Quinn and Ludwig go after it. Puck goes loose. Ludwig poked it back of the net. Gets control of it there. Banks it on the boards. Comes right to Reinhardt at the left point. Passes to Petri Sprico on the left boards. Behind the net to Quinn. Linden setting up in front, being checked. Linden still waiting for the pass. There's the shot. And Waugh got a piece of it. Linden got good position. The shot went wide. Behind the net, Quinn again. Coming in front. Tried to center it. Went off a skate to the side. Carbonneau got it to the line and out. Nordmark at center with the puck. He's playing the right point. Reinhardt's at the left point. Reinhardt with the puck to Linden in the slot. It got off his stick and it's cleared down the ice by Carbonneau.
Pretty good shift, though, for Trevor Linden and Quinn as they work the give and go a couple of times there with some pretty good chances.
48 seconds left in Svoboda's penalty. Nordmark shooting the puck behind the Montreal goal. Waugh scoops it on the boards. Gilchrist goes to it there and cleared it the length of the ice. Montreal 7, Vancouver 1, just past the 7-minute mark of the second period. Canadians led 6-1 after 1, and they led 4-0 with less than 5 minutes gone in the first period. Play in Montreal territory. Chelios pokes the loose puck to Gilchrist. He easily dumps it down the ice with 20 seconds left on the Canuck power play. Lariana tripped up at the Vancouver line by Gilchrist, and McPhee comes up with the puck, takes it back to his own line. Flips it out to Gilchrist, puts it back in. Here's a steal. Adams right in. And Patrick Waugh robs Greg Adams, who can't buy a goal with all the chances. Lariana shoots high on the short side. Lidster at the right point shot. Deflects. Waugh stopped that. Right place at the right time. And then McBain bowled into Patrick Waugh.
Oh, Adams has to be shaking his head. A deflection, and Waugh stops that one, too.
At the Joe Louis Arena, what will be packed That was his. The Montreal Forum is either filled or close to it tonight. Over 16,000 seats here, and of course a lot of standing room as well. Bozak, a wrist shot blocked as the puck bounces in front of the Montreal goal. It's kicked to the line. Linesman says it stayed in. Lumi played the puck aside. Richer couldn't pick it up. Lumi gets it again, puts it behind his goal to Svoboda. Now to Corson, off the boards and out. The big line for Montreal. Skrudland, Richer, and Corson on the ice right now. What a first period they had. Kevin Guy into the Canadian zone to Steve Bozak, taking it on the boards. Lumi gets the puck. Put it around to Svoboda. Svoboda from Czechoslovakia. Lumi from Finland. Can't call them flying Frenchmen here in Montreal. In fact, there's very few French Canadians in the Montreal lineup these days. Here's a loose puck in front of McLean. They score, and it's now 8-1. And the Canadians are making it a rout.
What can you say? Everything that Montreal is doing in the Vancouver end is coming up roses. On Valentine's Day, Richer tried to jam it in on the short side. McLean slid over and got his pad on that.
Skrudland was
But then Skrudland was right there to follow up. But a nice play again by Richer. He'll get another point. That'll be the 6th point for Richer tonight. And Montreal has now made it 8-1 over Vancouver.
As Skrudland joins the shootout here at the Forum. And that's his 6th goal of the season. And Richer gets a cheer as they announce his assist. Play into the Vancouver zone again as the play was broken up just inside the line. 8:35, the time of that goal by Brian Skrudland, who's from Saskatoon. Now the Canadians coming out of their own zone as Lemieux fights off the check of Linden, puts the puck into Vancouver territory. McLean comes out of his goal after hesitating and got the puck to the neutral zone. Picked up by Reinhardt. In on the defense on the right to Linden. Back for Reinhardt in the right corner. Back for Linden, but it's tipped away by Ludwig. Loose puck in front of the Montreal goal. Roy drops down to cover it up.
What a night for Stéphane Richer. 6 points already, now has 72 points on the season. He jumped up about 8 spots in NHL scoring with his great performance here tonight. 2 goals, 4 assists for Stéphane Richer, and Montreal leading Vancouver 8-1.
Shot by Lidster is blocked by Naslund. The puck bounces to the side of the Canadians' goal. Headed by Waugh to Melnick. He shoots, and Waugh stopped that. Melnick didn't get too much on the shot. Looking for his first goal of the season. Melnick has a hand injury, by the way. It's taped up as he plays, but he didn't get a lot on that shot, and Waugh handed him the puck. Larionov weaving in the neutral zone. Got by Courtnall. Comes in over the Montreal line. Cuts to the right. Turning it to the blue line. Nice moves by Larionov. Now to Adams. Centered the puck. Hard pass bounces off the boards to Russ Courtnall. Cleared it to the neutral zone. Lidster backing up with it there. Canadians 8, Canucks 1 halfway through the second period. In the Vancouver zone. Puck controlled by Courtnall. Across to the left point to Lefebvre. His pass intercepted by Melnick. Got the puck to center ice. LeBeau comes back to get the puck. LeBeau had an excellent year last year in Sherbrooke, getting his chance with the Canadians this year as a rookie, and here they come again. Naslund in the slot. Shot just wide. Gets the puck and rolls it in front. LeBeau centered it, and it's intercepted in front. Right out by Adams, who's had all kinds of chances to score tonight. And he had some good chances last night in Quebec, too, but they're not going in for him right now. And he's the Canucks' leading goal scorer with 21 on the year. Puck centered by McBain, and he took a hard hit. That'll test those sore ribs. As the puck is brought out by Shane Corson. Corson, who scored twice tonight. Larionov blocked his pass, and Larionov's been one of the more impressive Canucks. Chased deep in his own zone by Corson, giving him trouble as Larionov gets it over to Nordmark. The guy back to Nordmark coming out. On the right wing to Larionov in the crowd. Here's chanting for Richer to get some more points. The most knowledgeable fans in hockey right here in the province of Quebec. They'll know all those records and all those points on the board in this game tonight. Capuano into the Montreal zone. A drop pass for Smeal. Corson tied him up. Capuano's pass was picked off. Here comes Richer on the right wing at center ice. Moving in on Butcher. Puck went to Svoboda. Butcher knocked him down. Puck still in the Vancouver zone. Capuano slides it to center ice. Deflects back to Lumi. Lumi puts it off the board. Butcher comes up with it at center ice. 8:15 left in the second period. Montreal leads 8-1. Jim Sandlak Passes to Stan Smeel, left circle in the Montreal zone. Took a shot, hit the outside of the net. Strudlin gets the puck, takes it back of his goal.
Well, Stan Smeel is getting closer and closer to that elusive goal that he wants so desperately. Had some pretty good chances on this road trip to get that goal.
Including one in the first period of this game, but he hasn't scored since last April. Bozak checked off the puck in the Montreal zone. Now Richer works his way to center ice. Had the puck knocked away by Murphy. Richer now slaps it in the Vancouver zone, goes to the bench on a line change. Paul Reinhardt from back of the goal. Long pass to Bozak on the left wing with Lidster trailing. Bozak coming in, goes wide to the left corner, centered the puck and it deflects to the corner. McBain after it there. His pass picked off by Chelios. Up to Gilchrist at center. On the right for Ryan Walter, too far ahead. Melnick cleared the puck out. Bozak to Murphy as they come in 2-on-2. Rob Murphy with the puck. Took a shot that goes high. Puck bounces in front to Brent Gilchrist. Puts it off the boards and out. The weather in Montreal, sunny and cool today with freezing rain in the forecast here. And maybe some snow like we're seeing in Vancouver. Puck is shot into Montreal territory as Waugh comes out of the net. Put that in there for Danny Gallagher, and he always got the weather. Play along the boards. Now it's brought out to center by Gilchrist. On the right to Naslund. Goes wide on Guy. Stopped in the right corner. Pinned on the boards, but got the pass in behind the net to Gilchrist. Coming out from behind the Vancouver goal, looking in front, centered the puck. Picked up by Ryan Walters. To the point to Chelios. He shoots. Stopped by McLean. Big rebound. Puck loose in front. Sitting there, but swept away from in front of the net. Finally controlled by Dan Quinn in his own zone. Back to Kevin Guy. Up on the left wing to Steve Bozak from Castlegar. His slap shot deflects to Lefebvre, puts it into the corner. Then he gets it back, and Lefebvre, the tall young defenseman, feeds it up on the left wing to McPhee. That's center to Mats Naslund. Drops it out to Carbonneau. Carbonneau's tied up by Butcher. McPhee centering the puck. Right in front, Naslund couldn't get a good shot. With Reinhardt right there with him. Really opening up here. Canucks are 2-on-1. Here's a chance for Linden coming in with Striko. Linden holds the puck, centered it. Striko couldn't tip it in front as they failed to get a shot on the 2-on-1. Brought out of the corner by Quinn. Tipped back to Butcher at the blue line. Shot. Wow, stop that. Claude Lemieux gets the puck on the right boards, feeds it up to Carbonneau at center. Excellent skater. Put the puck into the Vancouver zone. It's batted away by Reinhardt. Picked up by McPhee, stealing it off Linden. Across to Lemieux. Lemieux in front, shoots, and it went just wide. Butcher put it off the boards. And Trevor Linden feeds it out to center ice to Petri Striko. Waiting for some help in the neutral zone. Poke check by Carbonneau, steals the puck. Carbonneau going to the front of the net effectively, and he's hauled down, and there'll be a Vancouver penalty.
Nice steal by Carbonneau, and he draws the penalty as well. We'll take a break to score. Montreal 8, Vancouver 1. More Canucks hockey in a moment.
Vancouver's penalty number 26.
Petri Striko in the penalty box. 2 minutes for tripping Guy Carbonneau. Carbonneau had stole the puck and was trying to force his way in to get a shot. Striko just hauled him down from behind. So Montreal is on the power play for the second time, and Richer is out there again.
Richer has a 6-point performance thus far, 2 goals and 4 assists. Montreal team record in all their great history is 8 points in a single game, held by Rocket Richard and Bert Olmsted. As the puck is brought up the ice by Svoboda. Of course, Richard and Olmsted both in the Hall of Fame where they belong. Puck shot into Vancouver territory. Puck poked back to the blue line. Chelios keeps it in. Now moving to the left point. Winds up and shoots. It deflects just over top the net. Strudlin behind the net to Richer in the left wing corner. Back to the left point to Svoboda. Along the blue line with the puck out in front of the goal. Now on the left side to Richer. Centered it. Larionov deflects it away to the neutral zone. Canuck penalty killing this season is 21st and last in the league. Here's a chance for Richer coming in on goal. Backhander stopped the rebound. McLean stopped the second chance by Corson as they were both from a sharp angle.
Oh, that Richer's a threat, isn't he? Good burst of speed down his off wing. Doug Lidster trying to pick him up, and he still got away a wicked shot.
Richer was a second-round draft choice in 1984. Montreal's third pick that year. As often they have early picks, more than one in a round. It's his 5th year in the league, and he's becoming a real star in Montreal. Lumi into the Vancouver zone, stick handling by Butcher, but never got a shot as he's hauled down. McLean got the puck on the boards, and Smeel cleared it out.
Hard to believe that Richer would be a second-round choice, too, because he has such great size, the terrific wheels he can skate. Excellent shot.
Dan Smeal now in the Montreal zone. A slap shot blocked by Lumi. Smeal with another chance. Shoots. Oh, just missed the far side. And we keep hoping the Steamer will find that net. Just for the Steamer as much as anything.
Oh, wouldn't that be a big weight off his shoulders? He's been playing much better since he's come back off his knee injury, too, and he's getting chances again, and that's a good sign. Sooner or later, one of those is going to go in for Steamer. Rico's penalty has now expired, so the Canadians are 1 for 2 in the power play tonight. LeBeau into the Vancouver zone to Courtnall. Stand on his shot. The puck bounces to Lumi. Puts it down into the right corner for LeBeau. Kevin Guy tied him up along the boards. The score's 8-1 for Montreal as the puck slides to McLean. He played it rather awkwardly with his hand. Now gets it to the goaltender, or rather to the center, Murphy, and the crowd is getting on goaltender Kurt McLean. They're giving him the raspberry down there at his end. This has been a long night for Kurt McLean. Now it's Rob Murphy into Montreal territory against Svoboda. They go to the corner to the left of Patrick Waugh. Puck is dug up by Stern, centered it, kicked away by Waugh. It's loose at the side of the Montreal goal. Bozak tried to get it back to Lidster and did. Lidster puts it around behind the goal. Here comes a Montreal penalty. Bozak maybe diving a bit, but he was hauled down by Lume. As the play goes on, there will be a penalty when Montreal gets possession. What a hard hit. And now Stern wraps Svoboda after Svoboda decked Bozak. And there's a little extra pushing and shoving near the Montreal goal crease. 17:50 the time of the penalty. Play in the Montreal zone. Reinhardt at the left point, over to Nordmark shooting from the right point. Picked off by Waugh with a good glove hand. Vancouver on a power play. Our contestant in the power play contest is Fred Smith of Coquitlam. Everybody knows Fred Smith. And his entry from Save On Foods, $118 in the jackpot. Well, Nordmark was an excellent point man last year, working with Reinhardt. He has a very good shot, often doesn't shoot enough. That shot was a little high, though, as he was trying to beat Patrick Waugh on the short side, and that's his strength, the glove hand. He's also very good with his feet, very quick. I think he's the best goaltender in hockey today, Patrick Waugh. Here's a chance for Reinhardt. A shot deflects, and Waugh's there. He went down butterfly style, and the deflection went right to him. Vancouver's on a power play. Reinhardt at the right point to Nordmark. High shot, great glove save by Patrick Waugh. That's what I mean. Boy, you talk about his feet, Jim, how quick they are, but that glove hand, boy, it's dynamite. Quick reflexes, Patrick Waugh. Last week, maybe some of his best goaltending. He shut out 2 teams back-to-back. But that was an excellent shot by Robert Nordmark. Reinhardt over to Nordmark, and he hammered it, looking for the top corner on the glove side of Patrick Waugh. Not often you'll beat him there. Another slap shot. This one by Reinhardt is blocked by Carbonneau. Play back out of the neutral zone. Trevor Linden moving in on Chelios. Now Scrico scoops the puck for Linden near the corner. Chelios checking him near the corner along the boards. Puck is dumped off for Dan Quinn. Chelios pinned him high. And Ludwig gets the puck and drills at the length of the ice with 1 minute left in the penalty to Svoboda that has Montreal shorthanded, and just over a minute left in the second period. Well, Montreal's done everything in this game except score a shorthanded goal. Now Quinn comes into the Vancouver zone, into the right corner, centering it. Oh, McBain had it go off the heel of the stick right in the slot. 53 seconds left in the second period. Montreal 8, Vancouver 1. Reinhardt back to get the puck. 34 seconds left in this power play. Reinhardt coming up the middle. Slaps the puck in from center ice. Rattles around on the boards. McBain goes after it. Took a bump. Adams got it back to the point to Reinhardt. Over to Nordmark. Back to Reinhardt. Passes left side to Larionov. Near the left corner. 24 seconds left in the period. Larionov coming out of the left corner with the puck. Turning away from Chelios. Brought it back to Reinhardt. He shoots. Waugh stopped it. The rebound. He stopped that. Adams got the great chance in front of the rebound. And he can't buy a goal.
as the Canadians now come back to full strength.
Adams is in the right place, right where he's supposed to be all the time, but the finish just isn't there. But you can credit Patrick Waugh with a lot of that, though, as he makes the big save time and time again against Greg Adams.
Well, the Vancouver Canucks and the Montreal Canadiens on BCTV here tonight. I hope you're enjoying it around British Columbia. And, of course, you'll see them next when the Philadelphia Flyers play the Canucks February the 28th at the Pacific Coliseum. And you'll hear Canuck hockey on CKNW with games coming up against the Edmonton Oilers on Friday, the Bruins on Sunday, and Edmonton again on Tuesday. Once again, our next simulcast on BCTV Wednesday, February the 28th. 2 weeks from today when the Philadelphia Flyers play the Canucks, and the Flyers are struggling. Hope they're still struggling on February 28th. Face-off in the Montreal zone. The seconds left in the period. Adams in the corner, tied up as the siren goes. And another period that belongs to Montreal.
Well, it does, but a better period, obviously, for the Canucks. They only gave up 2 goals in that period to Carbonneau and Skrugland. But Montreal in a lapper here tonight, leading Vancouver by a score of 8-1.
So the teams head for the dressing room after 40 minutes of play. The score, the Montreal Canadiens 8, the Vancouver Canucks 1. We'll have a summary in a moment. And all eyes are on Stéphane Richer, although he's not starting on the ice in this third period. He has had 6 shots so far in the game. He has 2 goals and 4 assists, going for a Montreal club record of 8 points in a single game. Andrew McBain into the Canadian zone, shot wide of the net. Puck bounces to Courtnall on the right wing. He's on a line with LeBeau at center and Mats Naslund at left wing. Larionov coming through the middle for Vancouver, turned away from Chelios, who rushed right out after him. Chelios is on defense with Ludwig for Montreal, and what a strong pair they are. They're both strong physical players and really tough in front of the net. Butcher moved up to keep the puck in. Now Larionov in the right circle. Nice pass across to Reinhardt. Couldn't get a good shot away. Finally, he did shoot, but it was blocked as he got in very deep. Puck along the boards to the right of Waugh. Canucks keep possession as Larionov tried to get it to Reinhardt, but it's intercepted as the Canadians come out. Puck brought in by Naslund. Coming into the Vancouver zone, moving in on Butcher. Goes around behind the net. Played it back to the right point to Chelios. Left point to Svoboda. Svoboda goes in deep, cutting for the goal. Poke check. Puck goes loose around on the board, still controlled by Montreal as Naslund put it in the corner to LeBeau. He's bumped by Butcher, and the puck is finally brought out of trouble by Andrew McBain, who's from Toronto and is now a Canuck. And he dumps the puck in and goes to the Vancouver bench on a line change. Bob McCammon and Jack McElhargy working the Vancouver bench tonight with Mike Murphy upstairs, and they're all going to be glum after this trip into Quebec. As in comes Lemieux into the Vancouver zone. Lemieux now in the right corner, checked by Melnick, who bumped him back of the net and comes up with the puck. Melnick got a high stick from Lemieux as the puck goes loose to Carbonneau. Centering it, Svoboda moved up to keep it in. Svoboda dumps it down into the corner. Melnick there to pick it up. Lemieux lines him up back of the net, pushes him a bit as the puck comes around to the boards to Trevor Linden. Linden, a long pass for Sprico, didn't click. As we reach the 2-minute mark in the second period, Montreal leading 8-1. McPhee slides the puck into the Vancouver zone. Kirk McLean taps it aside. McLean started the game, gave up the first 4 goals. Weeks came in and gave up 2 more. Then McLean came on again in the second period and allowed 2 more. 6 against him tonight. Linden centering the puck in front of the Montreal goal. Lumi cleared it away. But Claude Lemieux, having a long shift, finally gets to the bench as he passed the puck off to Skrudland, and the crowd responds as Richer comes on the ice again. He's had a 6-point night. Lefebvre dumps the puck into the Vancouver zone. McLean stops it back of his goal. Gets it to Robert Nordmark. On the right wing to Stan Smeal. And the Canadians regain possession. Skrudland on the line with Richer and Corson. They've been the big line tonight. Corson has scored twice. Richer has scored twice and has 4 assists. Guy with the puck in his own zone across to Nordmark. Back to Kevin Guy. He's from Edmonton and recently played his 100th NHL game. Some with the Flames, most with the Canucks. Now Sandlak misses a pass coming out of his own zone, and Lefebvre takes over for Montreal. One of 4 rookies in their lineup tonight. Now at center, it's Richer by himself into the Vancouver zone. Goes into the left corner, his pass intercepted by Capuano. Now on the left is Stan Smeal, works his way to the neutral zone. cuts to the right side at center ice. Smeel still with the puck. Into the Montreal zone. Lost possession, and the puck is cleared back into Vancouver territory.
Play a little scrambly now here in the early minutes of this third period. But everybody watching Stéphane Richer. 2 years ago, he scored 50 goals for Montreal. Had an off-season last year, but he's flying again this season.
Ronnie Stern moving in on Ludwig as they bump back at the Montreal goal. Bozak goes in to try and dig out the puck. It came loose in front, but there was Chelios covering the front of the net. Played it to the boards, and he winds up with the puck. Chelios wearing the C as the Canadiens' captain. The co-captain with Carbonneau, and the puck is brought to center by Chelios. Rolls it into the Vancouver zone. Back forward is Butcher, who falls and lost the puck back of the net. It's loose at the side of the goal. Butcher gets up to the puck, puts it on the left boards to Bozak. Now to Rob Murphy. Coming with Stern on his right. Stern takes the pass on the right wing into the Montreal zone. Stern shoots. Good save by Waugh, kicking out that shot, labeled low for the short side.
Well, that was a nice play by Murphy and Stern, who really complement each other. They played together in Milwaukee, and that was a nice scoring chance for Ronnie Stern. But Patrick Waugh, he stood right there by the short side. He didn't move into the middle. Didn't give Stern a lot to shoot at.
Mats Naslund now with the puck at center ice, shoots it in as he ran into Melnick, who caught him with a stick, and the puck goes around on the boards to Lidster. Now Igor Larionov works his way to center ice, at the line for Greg Adams, coming in on goal. A backhander stopped, and Adams with another chance. He's had a bushel of them tonight, but can't find the net, and often he's been stopped by Waugh. Other times he just didn't get the good shot away. But he's getting closer and closer to getting back on his scoring roll. Play now in Montreal territory along the boards. LeBeau digs the puck loose to Naslund. Hard pass right on the stick of Courtnall. Courtnall coming in on Melnick, who knocked the puck off his stick on a one-on-one situation. And Melnick, with a good defensive play, winds up with the puck. To McBain, deep in his own zone. Chased by Naslund, so the pass goes to Lidster. Took it back to the net. A lot of continuous play without a whistle here in the third period in Montreal. The Canadiens up 8-1. McBain into Montreal territory. Back pass tipped away by Lumi, and the tall Finn winds up with the puck. Now it's brought to center by LeBeau. To Svoboda in over the line with Naslund. The pass for Naslund wound up on the goaltender's stick, and McLean easily tapped it to the boards. Kept in by Svoboda. It's loose in the slot to LeBeau. Passing it off to Lumi, right in. Hit the post. Jyrki Lumi on the short side, flipped it up high, but hit the goalpost.
Boy, that's an awfully long shift for Larionov and McBain and Adams. They were out there for, a minute and a half. They were getting a little tired. Close call in the Vancouver zone as Lumi hit the goalpost.
Race for the puck in Canadiens territory. Back after it is Svoboda. Goes back of the net, drops it off behind the goal. It's played around in the left boards to McPhee. Nice pass on the right wing to Lemieux. Lemieux winding up and shoots well off the target. He had Charbonneau coming in with him. McPhee moves up, took a hit along the boards from Butcher. Puck goes back of the net to Petri Strico from back of his goal. Butcher wrapped by McPhee away from the play. The crowd responded to that. They've had something going all night. LaFay back in his zone. Across to another rookie defenseman, Matt Schneider. Now to McPhee, moving in on Butcher. Here they are again. McPhee cutting in on goal. Just failed to center the puck cleanly. Now it's picked up by Carbonneau. Across to McPhee. Tried to one-time it and misfired on the shot. Linden back at center. Poke check. Dan Quinn gets the loose puck at the Montreal blue line. Misses Strico with a pass. And they're going on and on without whistles here.
Oh, they really are. There's some transition going here. Up one end, back to the other.
Backhander by Lemieux, easily stopped by McLean. They obviously don't know we have to get commercials, Jim. We passed the 7-minute mark of the third period, and it's 8-1 Montreal.
Well, Montreal wants to get this one over with, and so do the Canucks.
Yes, it's been a long night for the Canucks, and it started early. The Canadiens scored 4 goals in the first 3 minutes, or in a span of 3 minutes and 42 seconds. From 59 seconds, 3 to 4:43. As the opening goal by LeBeau did come at 59 seconds of the game. Puck shot into Vancouver territory. McLean stops it at the side of the net. Leaves the puck there for Larry Melnick. Lost it, got it back. On the left boards to Jimmy Sandlack. Up to Stan Smeel, right wing at center, coming in on Ludwig. Smeel took a shot, well off the target. Puck bounces off the board. Sandlack goes after it. Skrudland got a piece of him. So Richet's on the ice again with Skrudland and Corson for Montreal. And Ludwig now with a little room to move the puck. A long pass goes astray, and we might get an icing here as Nordmark is back for the puck. Icing called in Montreal. Richer tries to get loose. He loses his stick, and he kicked the puck into the goal crease as McLean handled it. Richer had his stick knocked out of his hands, and the fans thought there could have been a penalty. They'd love to see a penalty shot, but they won't see one on that play. Waugh makes an easy save on a shot by Guy and holds the puck.
Well, that's a close call. Really, the only thing of interest left in this game, I think from the fan standpoint, they know who's going to win it, is if Richer can get 8 points in a game and tie the great Rocket Richard and Bert Olmsted. Good old Bert. We see him every time we go into Calgary. He lives there now, comes to all the Flames games. What a hard-nosed winger he was for so many years. A Hall of Famer, Bert Olmsted. So was the Rocket. And who knows, maybe one day Stéphane Richer might be a Hall of Famer too. Bob McCammon is thinking about anything but Hall of Fame right now. Jack McElhargy, his assistant, trying to cheer up the Canucks on the bench, keep their spirits high. Pretty tough, though, when you're down by 7 goals.
Play now in the Montreal zone as it's centered by Kevin Guy, tipped away by Svoboda. Battle for the puck along the boards. Svoboda took a hit from Stern. Up with the puck is Rob Murphy, but lost control to Todd Ewan, who hasn't played a lot tonight, and he loses the puck. A score by... Oh, that didn't go in. I thought it was in the first time by Bozak as it went off the post and hit Patrick Waugh, but somehow stayed out. Looked like Bozak had scored.
I thought it was in, too, but then Murphy, with a wide-open net, the kid hits the post dead on.
After a great chance for Steve Bozak, when Ewan lost the puck, now Ewan's in the slot on the other end. His shot stopped by McLean. Well, Ewan had coughed up the puck in front of his own goal and got a chance at the other end. Now the Canucks iced the puck. Loomy back for it. Icing called on Vancouver.
Well, Boom Boom Bozak, a little embarrassed right now. A grin on his face over there at the Vancouver bench as he stole the puck from Todd Ewan and then just snapped the wrist shot, hit the right post, then the left post came out. Rob Murphy had a wide-open net because Patrick Waugh was looking behind him. He didn't know where the puck was. Murphy had a great scoring chance only to hit the post.
So there were a lot of goal posts in that flurry, but no goal. And it's still 8-1 Montreal. Greg Adams ran into Schneider, and the puck is played around behind the Montreal goal. Marianov tried to pick it up on the boards. Naslund poked it back to LeBeau. LeBeau now to Courtnall, makes a neat move, getting away from Adams. Comes quickly to center. Oakeny State moving in with Naslund. He can fly too. Puck is centered. McLean swept it aside. Now Butcher trying to come up with the puck. It slides in front of the Vancouver goal. Courtnall's shot hit Reinhardt. And Larionov comes up with the puck. He's at center. In over the Montreal line. Now Adams shoots, and another good save by Waugh as he knocked the puck down and covered it up.
Oh, you're not going to beat him on the glove side. He is double tough there. Well, Greg Adams has now had 5 official shots on goal tonight as he was set up by Larionov. A nice shot trying to pick the top corner in the glove side of Patrick Waugh, but as we told you, he has one of the best glove hands of all the goaltenders in the NHL. Very quick.
An offside called at the Montreal blue line. Trevor Linden and the Canucks head home tomorrow, play Edmonton Friday.
Well, Trevor Linden and Dan Quinn both have point streaks on the line tonight. They have points in 7 straight Canuck hockey games, but they've been held off the score sheet tonight.
The only Vancouver goal was Larionov from McBain and Lidster back at 14:09 of the first period, and Montreal had already scored 6 by that time. They lead 8-1 as Linden comes in on Chelios. Linden cutting for the goal, coming in front, loose puck in front. Strico hammering at it, but he's knocked down, and the puck is cleared to center ice. Good move by Linden going to the front of the net, but Linden and Strico couldn't jam that puck in. Now Chelios going back after the puck. Turns in the corner in his own zone on the right side. Plays it up on the right boards. It bounces off Lemieux. Centered by Strico, and there's no Canuck near it. And McPhee comes out on the left wing. Now to Carbonneau on the right wing for Lemieux. Winding up, but it's offside into the Vancouver zone.
The score, Montreal 8, Vancouver 1. We'll have more Canucks hockey in a moment. Oh, Trevor Linden with a pretty good scoring chance on his last shift as he started to get around the Norris Trophy winner of last year, Chelios, with a good burst of speed and some strength, trying to shovel it in on the short side. Well, the difference in this hockey game really has been goaltending, I guess. Canucks have just had a terrible, terrible night in that department, where Patrick Waugh has been his usual stingy self. Best goals against average in the NHL.
2.46 coming into this game. And the Canadians are second to Boston in the league in goals against. But you can bet that by the end of the year, they'll probably lead in that category, as they often do. Play in the Montreal zone. Stan Smyl getting the puck around at the left point to Kevin Guy. Clips a wrist shot that's caught and held by Patrick Waugh, with Smyl getting bounced around, going to the front of the net. And Corson took exception to Smyl's stick being high on Patrick Waugh. And that brings a little pushing and shoving back of the net.
Well, it has not been a tough physical hockey game by any stretch of the imagination. It has been all one-sided, really, with the Canadians. 8 goals tonight, 6 in the first period alone. But you have to like the work ethic of Stan Smyl, I think, tonight. Of course, the steamer always gives it a full shot. He has slowed down a step or so, and I think that has really been a tough time for Stan. A lot of nights he just doesn't quite get there. The will is there, but the legs just don't seem to move like they used to. Stan, never a great skater at the NHL level, but boy, I'll tell you, he accomplished some great things in a Canuck uniform. 259 career goals as a Canuck, and that's the best.
He leads the Canucks in all kinds of categories in his 12 years with the Vancouver team as a 32-year-old third-round draft choice in 1978.
And he's the longest active captain of an NHL team, too, Stan Smyl.
Moving in now as Smyl throws a check on Luby and keeps right after him along the boards deep in the Montreal zone. And the Canadians come out. Svoboda coming in with Richer. Richer takes the pass. Lost the puck to Reinhart, who cleared it back. And Svoboda and Reinhart got their sticks up, and they're having words going down the ice. It's getting a little chippy. Luby puts the puck around to the boards to Richer, who's had a 6-point game. He's hauled down by Smyl, who's really in the middle of things here. Battle for the puck in the end boards. It goes back at the Montreal goal. Smyl hits Luby, and what a shift for Smyl working out there. Keeps digging for the puck along the boards, falls down, gets up to it. Luby went after him as the puck went to the opposite corner. Sandlak and Svoboda go in after it. It's still in play along the boards. Finally comes loose to Skrudlin. 7:35 left in the third period. Montreal leading 8-1. Want to get Richer some chances here as Corson and Smyl mix it up away from the play. Having words. Smyl's had a long shift, but an effective one. Now he goes to the bench after jumping the puck in.
Yeah, if every Canuck player played every shift like Stan Smyl just played the last one, they wouldn't be down 8-1, I can tell you.
Corson, a long right wing pass. Here comes Gilchrist with a backhander that's stopped by Kirk McLean. A steal by Ewan coming around on his backhand in front. Couldn't get a shot, and Melnick broke up the play. Now to Ron Stern. On the left to Bozak. Coming in with Murphy. Bozak cutting in from his wrong wing. Bumped off the puck. It's put along the boards and corralled there by Ryan Walter. On the right to Todd Ewan. On the left to Gilchrist. Moving in on the defensive shot. McLean stopped that. Threw the puck aside to Melnick. Off the boards to Ron Stern. This third period has been scoreless and 3 of penalties. Murphy coming in. Backhand pass in front of the net. Goes to the boards. Gilchrist and Lidster battle for it, and Gilchrist is thrown to the ice by Lidster. Sticks coming up a little bit. Stern gets into the middle of that. And the Canadians get possession. Murphy almost stole it off Snyder, but it's cleared to the neutral zone. Lidster takes it back inside Vancouver territory. Now to Larry Melnick. Dumps the puck to center ice. Lefebvre takes over there. There's 6:10 left. Montreal leading 8-1. Up they come to center ice into the Vancouver zone. Matt Naslund on the left wing. Centering the puck. It went off the skate. And it's grabbed by McLean as it went off. Courtnall right at the goal crease. And McLean came up with it.
Well, the Canucks have played 2 decent periods of hockey here at the Forum. The second period and here in the third. They held the Canadians off the score sheet anyway here in the third period so far. But the first period was really a nightmare. Canucks gave up 6 goals on just 7 shots.
Play now in the Vancouver zone. The puck came along the boards to Courtnall, keeping it at the right point. Took a long shot that's picked off by Kevin Guy. On the left boards to Greg Adams. Now to Igor Larionov, turning away from LeBeau. Passes it back to Robert Nordmark. Up to McBain, back to Nordmark. Canucks come home to a tough schedule. After a travel day, they have to play Friday against Edmonton, Sunday against Boston, who will have 4 days off after their game tonight, and then Edmonton game again on Tuesday. It's been a very poor schedule the Canucks have had this year, and that is one of the factors. Tonight's goaltending's been a problem. In comes Courtnall, a one-hand shot stopped by Kirk McLean. That hasn't been a problem this year, but it is tonight. Lefebvre at the left point. A Vancouver penalty is coming up, and the Canucks get possession. A tripping call will put Montreal in the power play, so Richer gets another chance for points.
At 14 minutes.
Kevin Guy is in the penalty box for the Vancouver Canucks as we take a look over at the Vancouver bench. Jack McElhargy and Bob McCammon. It's been a long night for those two gentlemen, as well as the 20 hockey players who dressed for tonight's game.
Canadians on a power play in the Vancouver zone. A shot by Lumi, stopped by McLean. Loose puck in front of the net. They hammer away at it. It's still loose in skates, put behind the net by Melnick. Richier's out there. He's had a 6-point game. Hasn't been prominent in this third period. Now he's in the neutral zone with the puck. We have to get that word about Lemieux on the air.
Well, the score is 2-2. Pittsburgh, and Mario Lemieux has left the game with a bad back. So the report we have, Lemieux with no points when he left the game.
As Canadians
Close call as Corson almost got it right
in the net by Skrudland. Skrudland has made it 9-1. We'll see if Richer gets a point.
I think Richer might get the second assist. We'll have to wait and see, but the streak is over at 46 for Mario Lemieux. That's the report that we have, as his back was given out on him and he's left the game. But the Canadians have just scored their 9th goal.
And they're 2 for 3 in the power play tonight. It was a scramble at the side of the net. Melnick tried to cover up the puck, but Skrudland poked it loose.
Well, that's the second goal for Skrudland tonight, too. And Richer putting his stick in the air. We'll have to wait and see if he does, in fact, get an assist.
So Skrudland joins the scoring parade, his 7th of the year, 2nd of the night. And wait till they announce the assist to Richer. That'll get some reaction. I'm sure he'll be in on the scoring. 9-1 Montreal. 2 for 3 in their power play. Richer with an assist, and it brings a cheer from 16,526. That's the attendance here tonight. 15,526. Corson, the third man on the line, who's had a big night, gets an assist as well. Play now in the Montreal zone. Butcher moving in from the right point. Put the puck in front. It went behind the net to McBain. Larionov is wrapped at the side of the goal as McBain gets the puck behind the net to Larionov. The Butcher, his shot wall side at the last moment and covered it up. It looked like it hit the defenseman Ludwig first.
Well, you know, Patrick Waugh has faced some rubber tonight, too, from the Canucks. They haven't scored many goals, only one, Larionov's goal in the first period. But Patrick Waugh has just been great for Montreal. And this has been kind of a loosey-goosey hockey game, too. Often a goaltender will give up some goals when both teams are just kind of firing away at each other. But Patrick Waugh, great concentration, tremendous reflexes, played another strong game for the Canadians tonight. Again, Mario Lemieux has left the Pittsburgh bench in the third period, reportedly due to his bad back, and likely will not return. He had not scored in that hockey game, so his consecutive game point scoring streak should end at 46 games. And Wayne Gretzky would still keep the record if that in fact happens. Gretzky had scored points in 51 consecutive games to set the NHL record.
Well, they're hoping in Montreal. Of course, Lemieux is from Montreal, and they were hoping he would come in here going for the record, as that was the way the schedule looked, but it might not be a factor now. We have 3:43 left in the third period. Play in the Montreal zone. Smeal from back of the net. Puts the puck on the boards to Guy, moved up to keep it in. Smeal in the corner, being tied up, keeps fighting for the puck, knocked down back of the net. Capuano also working for the puck there, tried to center it, but it comes around to Corson. Richier's on the ice. He has 7 points in the game, one short of a Montreal team record. He has 2 goals and 5 assists, and his line mates, Corson and Skrudland, each have scored twice. And the crowd chanting Richer, Richer. I'm sure Pat Burns will give him a lot of ice time late in the game, but this might be his second last shift. Now he's racing after a puck in the Vancouver zone. As he gets to it, though, he's called offside, and the play is stopped.
Well, it's always nice to see any athlete accomplish something that very few players have ever done, and only 2 players in Montreal Canadiens history have ever had an 8-point game. The great Rocket Richard, Bert Olmsted, as we told you, but Stéphane Richer with a great night tonight against the Vancouver Canucks. 2 goals, 5 assists.
He had 5 points in the first period, with 2 goals and 3 assists. He had 1 assist in the second period, and he's had 1 assist on the only goal of the third.
Well, it all started tonight, too. Stéphane Lebeau, a free agent, 21-year-old. He was the American Hockey League scoring champion. He opened the scoring 59 seconds into the game. His 13th goal of the season, and that really ignited the Montreal Canadiens.
LeBeau, Schneider, and Carbonneau have singles. Richer, Thorson, and Skrudland each have scored twice in a 9-1 Montreal lead. Larionov has scored for the Canucks. Thorson moving in on goal. The shot stopped. The puck put around on the boards as McLean stopped Corson, and the puck is cleared out with 2:48 left. Corson is out there, but his regular line mates are not. So Richer is not on the ice right now. He'll probably get another shift. With only 2:37 left, might be just one more. Svoboda comes to center, to the Vancouver blue line. Cuts in on the right, stops, passes to Walter. He shoots, scores! Ryan Walter, and the Canadians are into double figures.
Oh, a nice shot, too, by Ryan Walter. Gilchrist with a nice setup as Walter just snapped that wrist shot. And it has been a long night for Kurt McLean. Double figures for the Montreal Canadiens as Ryan Walter gets into the act as well. And I think Richer, he's not coming out on this next shift with 2 minutes and 29 seconds remaining. Richer with 7 points. But Ryan Walter scores the goal. For Ryan Walter, only his 8th of the season.
He's had some injury problems, and he's sort of become in a defensive role here in Montreal, so not a lot of production, but a very valuable leader on this Montreal team. Ryan Walter from Burnaby, originally drafted by Washington, scores at 17:31 to make it 10-1 Montreal. Svoboda had given him the puck. And there's also an assist to Shane Corson, who's had a huge night tonight. 17:31, the time of that goal. We'll have to check Corson's point. He's well up there tonight, too. Puck shot into Vancouver territory. Melnick back for the puck. Puts it behind the net with 1:52 left. 6-point night for Corson. Talk about Richer all night. He might pass him. Corson with 2 and 4 tonight. Richer with 2 and 5. Puck slides into Montreal territory with 1.5 minutes to go. And Richer might get one more shift. Claude Lemieux, right wing with the puck. It's 10-1 Montreal. A lapper for the Canadians. Carbonneau shot stopped by McLean. This is not a record. The Canucks have been beaten by even higher scores than a few times in their 20 years in the NHL, but it certainly is an embarrassment here at the Montreal Forum. Larionov through to Greg Adams. Drops it out to McBain. Into the right circle, couldn't get a shot away, is bumped back to the net. Now Adams coming up with the puck at the side of the goal. We're to the last minute now, and Richer's on the ice for the last minute. He'll probably stay out there for the full minute as the Canucks get possession. Butcher at center, on the left to Greg Adams, moving in on Chelios, who hauled him down. Puck is dug out by LeBeau, but there's going to be a Montreal penalty to Chelios for holding Adams. And that might kill Richer's opportunity here because his team will be shorthanded.
Well, it would have been nice to see Richer tie the record. He still might if they use him in a penalty-killing role, but it's not likely as Chelios goes to the penalty box. The Canucks going on the power play for the 4th time this evening. Still looking for their first power play goal. 10-1 Montreal Canadiens. And this is one Valentine's Day Canuck players will never forget.
You dare say it one more time? St. Valentine's Day? Not for sure. Montreal. Chelios getting the penalty.
Well, Greg Adams, who has really skated miles tonight, has had lots of chances. I don't know about that holding call. Looked like Adams and Chelios just fell down.
Well, the Canucks are on a power play, so $128 in our jackpot here. We hope to give it away. Shot by Nordmark to flex wide. Valerie
out there.
Valerie Caldecott of Powell River, our contestant, with an entry from Hostess Chips and Overweighty. Richer's killing the penalty. So his only hope in the last 20 seconds is to have a short-handed point here. He gets the puck at the Vancouver line, but he's checked there by Nordmark. Richer controlling the puck at center ice. In over the Vancouver line. Hear how these fans react to Richer. Still with the puck in the Vancouver zone. Try to pass for Carbonneau, but it's intercepted. And that'll kill the remaining seconds. Stansfield shoots the puck in. And a nightmare for the Vancouver Canucks is over in Montreal.
Oh, it was a long night, too, for this Canuck team that started this road trip with so much promise. Won the first 2 games of a 4-game road trip. And then lost last night in Quebec City to the worst team in the NHL. But this is a pretty good team they faced here tonight. The Montreal Canadiens will be heard from before this NHL season is over, you can tell you that. But what a great night for Stéphane Richer. 7 points, 2 goals, and 5 assists.
And not a bad night for line mate Shane Corson. 2 goals and 4 assists. And a big night for the Montreal Canadiens, led by Richer. A 10-1 victory as the teams leave the ice. The last time they'll meet this season, and the Canadiens take the series 2-1.